creating conversation.
I just want to say, first of all, thank you for being a part of what we got going on here at Creative Conversation.
Thank you for putting it together.
It's really about what we was just talking about, uplifting our community, networking, and really connecting everybody, and really open up people's minds to just think different. To think different, you know. I feel like people get trapped and people just get comfortable, stuck in their ways. Like I've been working this job. I got a kid. I've been working this job for 10 years.
It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to go into something on your own if you don't have any images of somebody around you doing it. So,
exactly.
So it's very important when you are doing something and you're doing it entrepreneurially to make sure that the people around you that look like you, that see you, that feel you, that can touch you, see your progression, so that they know that they can do it themselves.
That they can do it themselves.
If they don't see that, it's going to be really hard for them to attain what
to
possibly
even think that they could be on that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's the most important thing in this life is your mind.
It's your mind.
Your mindset got to be on 100. Your confidence level got to be up, and then you should be able to go for your, you know what I mean? Fulfill your potential. So
exactly.
I feel like everybody got crazy potential. You know what I'm saying? But whether life got you down, whether somebody's not positive in your head enough got you down, whether circumstances in life got you down, you're not gonna reach your potential until you get that confidence. You feel good about yourself. So what I want to do, I want to empower people. I want people to, whenever I talk to you, I'm only gonna talk to you about your greatness. You feel me? And that's everybody. Anybody I come encounter with, I want to talk to you about your greatness. You know what I'm saying? If I can do that much to help somebody realize how great they are and they run with it, man, come on, man. You can't beat that. I love talking progress. You can talk progress for hours. You know what I'm saying? The moment you bring up something that has no meaning, conversation's over. I got somewhere to go. This girl just texted me. But if we talking progress, she can wait.
That's exactly why we want to highlight, and that whole just different mentality, that entrepreneurship, everything. And then, like you were saying, we don't want to just highlight athletes or highlight rappers or anything like that.
That's what we get. In the black community, that's all we get. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that they show blacks doing successfully, positively, is sports and entertainment. I'm sure there's some black scientists who are geniuses right now in this country who have no names to us.
Nothing.
They have no faces to us.
None.
You know what I'm saying? We don't know who they are. They're not highlighting them. So if I'm a kid and I want to see people that look like me on the TV screen doing well, and I'm smart, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm smart. I see nobody exercising their brain power. All I'm seeing is them exercising their calf muscles. Then I'm gonna try to get to the league, and when it doesn't happen, then I'm kind of down and out. No disrespect, I had them hoop dreams, man, but I just realized, yo, you want to live. I can't see myself barely getting by, going to college, going to JUCO, doing this, doing that, and barely getting by, man. Look, I got too much to live.
Exactly.
I like doing things. I like going to Ocean Shores randomly. You know what I'm saying? I want to go to the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I want to go see Jay-Z and Beyonce front row. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that if I'm, you know what I'm saying? So I got on my horse. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I like to look at it. I just got on my horse and said, yo, I gotta figure this life stuff out.
You talking to a JV All-Star. You talking.
Sometimes you look at, what am I gonna do? I want my job to be cool. Being a rapper's cool. Being a baller's cool. And after that, it's kind of like, you know what? When I got into the barber, I was trying to let people know how cool this is. If it ain't cool, I'm gonna make it cool. You know what I'm saying? I want people to I want somebody to look at me and say, yo, I'm gonna do what he does. Like, and then come to me and then I can give him all I got.
Give him that game.
And you can take it to where you gonna take it. That was my mission statement when I became a barber. I really wanted to change the perception of barbering as a whole and as an individual. You know what I'm saying? I want you to know that a barber can come dressed like this here in Tacoma and really take his craft seriously.
thank you for coming on to the show today.
Oh, you're welcome, Brother Isaac.
We're here in Tacoma, Washington on the hilltop, right in front of the fish house. When did you open it up?
We actually started in 1987, and you could look at what we were doing prior to this, and we were actually just moving fish sandwiches up and down what was called K Street at the time. Now it's Martin Luther King Boulevard.
Okay.
And Brother Walter, Brother Gary, Brother Roy, and probably Brother Roy is one of the big examples that I saw in my life. I was we got here in '62, our family, from Fort Lewis. And so one day I'm walking down K Street, and this used to be just a one-way street.
Really?
From north to south.
I never knew that.
And so then J Street was a one-way street going south to north. So anyway, and you had businesses all up and down. You had like maybe 5 taverns. You had like 3 or 4 barbershops.
Really?
Yeah, all the way from 23rd Street down to 12th Street. And you had, this one time was a record store and was a taco place. But we're moving the sandwiches up and down. It's a fundraiser for our group, the Nation. And so one day when it came available, we were able to get into it.
87.
87.
When we got in here.
I
Okay.
always say December 5th, 1987.
December 5th,
2 o'clock.
1987. Ooh, 2 o'clock. How were you able to keep it within your family and progress it through generations in your name?
Well, as people moved out, you know, it's like I say, I saw Brother Roy when I was 8 or 9 years old, Brother Roy X. And he was sweeping out in front of a place called Teens Inn. And it just stuck with me, you know, the picture of this black man sweeping, cleaning up his own business. I said, man, one day I'm going to do that. And I would always see the Jewish storekeepers on TV doing the same thing, just sweeping up in front of their little shops, you know. I thought to myself, well, one day I'm going to do that. And you don't really know exactly how it's all going to come together, but my first mentor, Brother David, he just taught me a thing called picture. And it's where you get the picture of what you want it to be like, your life, whatever it is that you endeavor. And you hold the picture. Now, the ups and downs of life is going to cause, you know, challenges, of course, but you hold the picture. And Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us to do for self.
Yeah.
And he set the example with his fish program. One of the things I said that I felt that we should do as a family is to, and Brother Abdullah, call him Abdullah now, Brother Walter, whose recipes make this happen.
Really?
Oh yeah, no doubt. And so we're thinking, let's move in here. Let's establish it here, because that's right about the time when the gang problem, the drive-by problem, the crack problem is starting to move up. And it's getting pretty rough up here, but we're thinking, no, we ain't gonna run from our people. They're our people. Let's get in there and let's serve them. And for my sons, it worked out like this, and Brother Gary's sons, and Brother Walter's sons, they wound up serving the people who everybody else was calling gang members.
Yeah.
And so they were friends with them enough so that they could serve them. So if they're walking up and down the street, they're not going to be hassled about, you know, who you claiming.
Yeah.
I always told my sons, look, if somebody asks you who you claiming, you tell them with authority, I claim Farrakhan. And my son can tell you stories where, especially one in the alley, where he was confronted.
I bet.
They want to know who you claiming, who you with. He's like, I'm with Farrakhan. Who you with? He told them just like that. And they backed on down. I said, okay, you know, let them go. But that was the strategy to help clean up this street. And this is what you see with the strip mall over here, and the little coffee place over here, and the business. I mean, we were here a long time by ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and we've seen a lot of people. The community is the best loving customers and supportive customers any business could ever want. St. Joe's is another one. Great support. All up and down the street.
Every time I'm here during a lunch hour, I see nurses, medical assistants, doctors coming over here. Whenever I'm around anybody that's in your family, I feel good, just good vibes, and it's just know that it reverts back to the fish house and the togetherness that you guys bring and uphold as a people is really honorable. So I just want to thank you for coming on. I
You're
respect you. I
welcome.
respect you so much.
Oh, I respect you too, brother Isaiah. I mean, this is the relay race. We're passing on the baton.
Exactly.
The worst thing can happen in a relay race is you drop the baton. You can have a clean exchange of that baton. On the world class, you got a chance to win it. Now, if you're just like high school, junior high, something like that, you can drop the baton.
Yeah.
If your anchor man is tight, he can catch him.
Yeah.
But on this level, because what we're to understand, brother Isaiah, business in America is warfare.
How did you get here specifically at his barbershop? Tell me about that story. Like,
I was in the barbershop and he came through. I didn't talk to him. He caught me at the water fountain saying, why don't I ever talk to him? I said, I don't like light-skinned people too much. And then from there, we just hit it off.
My aunt had put me into a barbering contest when he was at Falls. And that's when I first met DJ, and he gave me his card. He was like, man, keep in touch.
I met him about 4 or 5 years back. He didn't even own the shop. I watched his whole come up. I used to support him. Then he basically told me, go to barber school. I ain't do it off tops. And then I seen how he was living, and then I didn't want to be complacent.
Came straight over here, hit it off, and man, I've been here ever since. And like I said, it's been a blessing.
yeah.
He's definitely taught me a lot.
Give the shop a try, see what it's talking about. And then we went from there in a weekend. I loved it. Didn't leave.
I knew that barbering and being an entrepreneur was going to open up a lot of different doors for me. That's what I did. He just told me exactly what I needed to do in order to get me in the shop and get me to where I wanted to be. And I did it, and now I'm here. I'm happy. I'm glad with the shop that I chose.
Business been booming, huh?
I can't complain.
Got the front chair with the window right next to there. You doing good. How long have you been cutting hair?
Oh man, I've been cutting hair for like 15 years.
Okay.
Just cutting my friends, my brother, my homies.
First time I ever heard about DJ Tabor, it was Julian Crew. He was like, yeah, I get cut by Tabor every time. Whoa, $5, da, 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 da. And I was like, hold on, cuz this nigga's, he's cutting you for that cheap right now and you getting cuts like that? I was like, oh yeah, I need that. And then that's when you was, is that when you were at?
I was in school.
You were
I
in
was
school.
Barber school.
Okay.
And those were guys lived in my neighborhood, so they used to come to my house and I used to give them $5 designs when I was trying to work on my craft, trying to get my stuff right. I would give them designs for real cheap, and obviously it would make people talk. Wow, who did that? Who did that? Which is all I wanted. And then people would say my name, just like you just said, and then your name starts bubbling that way. That was my motto.
Okay.
That was my goal with it.
So you've always kind of had that marketing, advertising.
I guess I didn't know. I didn't know how effective it was, but you know what I'm saying?
That's literally how I heard from you.
Until you get into a position where you're actually making your primary source of income from yourself, then your marketing, then you'll realize how good your marketing brand is.
Did you always have an idea like, okay, I wanna be a barber, I wanna own my own business? Never. Okay, so what did you do before barbering, and how did that kind of change your mindset to kind of get into the professional barber?
I had a bunch of jobs. I worked at McQueen. I worked at the bingo hall. I was in real estate. My real estate agent mentor was a con woman. She conned me out of three homes, and they all foreclosed in my name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I moved to Las Vegas for a job that wasn't what it said it was. They hyped me up. I was a good worker.
Yeah.
I was done. I moved to the Dominican Republic to open a business with a guy who told me it's gonna work. We have no chances of failing.
Yeah.
We failed, and I dropped $6,000 on it. And I just was, at that point, I was just done. I was done believing other people's dreams or that they were selling me.
Yeah.
And I just said, you know what? I'm just gonna try this barbering thing out. I don't really think there's any money in it, but I'm just gonna try it out because I don't want nobody else to be dependent. I don't want to be dependent on anybody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that was it. And I just told myself, if there was some money to be made in this, I'm going to figure out how to do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I got into barbering. You know what I'm saying? People have been telling me to go to barber school for 10 years.
Yeah,
But
because you always knew how to cut.
Yeah, but I was like, man, there ain't no money in barbering. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have time to go to school. But after you took those 3 L's, I figured out how to make time to go to that school. That's why I said circumstances in your life is what's going to make you change. You know what
Absolutely.
I mean? And me taking that L in a third world country made me say, yo, I'm watching people out here get up at 7 in the morning and walking donkeys down the street with some oranges on the back, selling them from 7 in the morning to 10 at night just to make $20. I can go to barber school and work a job.
People need to know stuff like that because they see you at where you're at now, and they think it happened like that. You know what I'm saying? So, or you didn't put any type of work in or anything like that. But really, those life experiences is what built you who you are today, and you have to learn the hard way. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes
life is the best teacher.
It's the best teacher.
Only if you're attentive in school. Only if you're allowing life to teach you. If you're not allowing life to teach you, that's probably you at home right now smoking weed, playing Xbox all day long.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're not living. You're not living. You're not letting life affect you positively and negatively. I let negative fuel my positive. You know what I'm saying? I was at my worst moment in Las Vegas. I lived in 6 different houses in 3 months. Okay. On people's couches. I've never been that type of person. I broke down one night and just, I was like, yo, I'm a failure maybe. I'm a failure in life. I broke down.
At that point, that's where you broke.
One night. Yeah. But the next morning I got up, it was over. And I went back at it, and I'm here.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
But people don't hear those stories.
They
don't want to harp on that. I don't want to harp on my failures, but I still have them, and people still need to hear them every now and then. But I'm not gonna make a pity party out of it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I learn from it, and I use that as fuel. You know what I mean? You never want to use your L's just for pity. You want to use them to help build what you're trying to get. You know? And sometimes those L's are the best thing that could happen to somebody.
We're here on Creating Conversation at DJ Tabor's Barbershop right here in Tacoma, Washington. Now, like we like to do with all of our episodes, all of our interviews, we like to bring awareness and bring some sort of education to the table. We have a special guest with us today. This is Debbye Crawford, and we want to take some time to really go into who she is and her story. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
My name is Debbye. Live here in Tacoma. I have 2 boys, Jarrell and Elijah. Elijah recently passed away on November 2nd. He graduated from Lincoln 2015 in June.
Why now did you want to come and bring forth and use this platform instead of maybe the news or any other platform?
I can't be silent forever. And I promised Elijah and I promised my oldest son that I would continue to be Elijah's voice and I would continue his legacy. But I don't want to talk to the media because when this all happened, there were so many stories that came out before I actually spoke to the media that were all garbage. Yeah. And I was very angry. And first they wanted to talk about the neighborhood we grew up in, and then they wanted to talk about him being a gang member, and then they wanted to talk about, they didn't get any of the information correct before they started putting out all of these news articles. Yeah. And it made me very angry because I didn't want his name being tarnished for something that was not true. They assume, oh great, a low-income housing, and a black kid that gets killed, assume all of a sudden, great, it's a gang affiliated.
Predetermined.
Yes.
Okay. And that's pretty much a reason why you haven't spoke with any.
To the media. No.
Okay. So again, we appreciate you coming on here and being the light for Elijah now. People see these articles or watch TV and they take it for truth, 100% truth. And so to hear about, oh, just another gang member died on the east side, that's not the perception a family member or a mother or anybody or friend, anyone close to somebody would want to see be a part of their name. I have Brandy with me, and this is the reason why we are actually here at the barbershop. Elijah received a haircut from her a few days before he passed, and his mother would, I'll let you tell it.
I just wanted to let you know he looked so good. And I was very into my kids' looks to make sure they looked good because you never know who's looking at you, whether it's a job, anything, or a girl. But I always made sure that my boys looked so very well presented. And he just looked really good. And I had been on him about getting a haircut anyways, but just thank you. And I've always loved the small barbershops because my boys always learned great things from the small barbershops just from hearing other barbers talking.
With this interview, with the things that are happening because of Elijah and what he's gone through and what you've gone through, you spoke about a scholarship in his name at Lincoln now. There are positive things that are happening because of what has happened. And I think that love is something that really brings it all together at the end of the day. It's creating conversation, and we're here for a special reason today. There's been some incidents in our community that goes back a long time. This isn't nothing new, but recently, within the past month, there's been a lot of gun violence in our community. So what we wanted to do here today, we wanted to bring some light to that and talk about maybe solutions and give different aspects on why we think it's going on. I want everybody to introduce themselves, starting right here.
My name is DJ Tabor.
Hi, my name is Daymon Miller.
I'm Isaiah Jimenez.
I'm Thrett Brown.
First off, thank DJ for letting us do this at his barbershop. And we can start it off right here.
Again, I'd like to thank DJ Tabor too for allowing me to participate with this opportunity to enlighten and bring awareness to the communities and to the families of people who've lost someone.
We're just out here trying to show more than talk about it, be about it, you know what I'm saying? I know his door is always open, my door is always open, as well as these guys, to just come in and just talk to us about problems. Because trust me, I've had all the problems, crackhead mom, you know, brothers in gangs, 23rd, all that, you know what I'm saying? And I reject all that right now, you know what I mean? If somebody was coming to me talking about that stuff, I like, man, get out my face with all that, you know what I'm saying? Because I know where that's gonna take them, and it's gonna take them either jail or in the grave, and that's not where I wanna see any of these kids going, you know what I mean? I wanna see these kids going to NBA, you know what I'm saying, NFL, because they all got the talent. The hood kids are, I mean, really one of the most talented kids you'll probably meet. If you really get into their life and see what's going on, they have a lot of other stuff distracting them for tapping into their abilities, you know what I mean? They got no food at home, no wives at home. It's like, they don't want to write poetry, even though they're a good poet, you know what I mean? Because there ain't nothing happy, there ain't nothing poetic happening in their life, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to let the youth know that there's people out here, if you guys got any doubts that nobody loves you, there's people out here that love you guys.
The better of an understanding we get of the world that we living in, and the city and the community that we living in, then the better we can tackle these obstacles, and we can try to make change. And look around, look where we living. You know what I'm saying? Negativity is what fuels this economy. Negativity is what fuels everything. Fear is what fuels the way that there's not no movies. Movies ain't happy. You know what I'm saying? They putting out movies and they making us want the worst of the worst. And it's in everything, man. It's in everything. And it's time that we gotta, and it's happening, man. If you look around your Facebook, people is waking up. People is waking up to the way this world has been ran wrong. It's been ran wrong for our entire life.
And before.
So, you know, obviously there's all type of different variations of waking up. People are going this way, they're going that way, they're going this way. But we all see it. You know what I'm saying? Is that a phenomenon? What is that? You know what I mean? You got doctors coming out totally debunking the healthcare system. Everything that we needed to ever cure anything was put on this earth before Virginia Mason was created. You know what I'm saying? We've got to look at the way this world is created, and then we tackle our obstacles from within.
I want us to take a stand for like knowledge and true knowledge, and really challenging yourself to say, okay, is that the way it's supposed to be? Okay, or no, okay, maybe it's not. So once we realize, okay, I feel like everybody up here, we kind of realize, okay, the system's not for us. Okay, now that we have that understanding, what's the next step?
Well, one of the main things I believe is the most critical step is that the reason why I left home at 16, dropped out of school in the 8th grade, you know, is because I didn't find the love that I needed at home. Me and my nephews carry a conversation. Once I realized I'd be standing up and my mom be sitting down, we're totally different people.
Yeah.
So it's not much you can educate me on as a young man. So I got to go and figure it out. And so when I left home, it's not like she stopped me from doing it. She wanted me to go find my manhood, per se. And so when I left, I got involved with older gentlemen that I felt was either a father figure, an older brother figure, a good uncle figure, or somebody that can probably guide me the right way. For any brother that's out there that has that influence over a child or over a kid, it's your responsibility to start embedding them. If you can't find it within yourself, then I just pray the Most High put you somewhere where He needs you to come home, or get you out of that young man's life, because this young man is really interested in learning from you. And that's like the discipleship concept. When you read through the Bible says discipleship is not a part-time job. This is a lifetime thing. Whether you want young men to respect you, or whether you want people to not look at you, acknowledge you, or not, young man is somewhere somehow is looking at you every step you make, every move you do. And so it's gonna feed off of them. So deliver a good perspective overall 100%. So I challenge my brothers. I point one finger at you, and it's three at myself. I'm to blame for this stuff that's going on as well. So for y'all, do the same thing, man. Do something about what you have control of. You got them young men, so make them see better.
Being a barber, that's not your end. That's not what you always want. That's not what it's gonna say on your gravestone. So we wanna incorporate everything that you got going. So educate us on who you are and what you have.
The underlying theme of this interview for me will be, like I said, I'm always going to be learning myself, learning my greatness, learning what I can do, what I can bring to the table to the world. So after being in the barbershop, seeing how to market it and promote it and build it from
giving it life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I realized that it may have some marketing ideas, and also help promote other entertainers here in the Northwest, and help kind of build their name. And it kind of showed me like, wow, maybe you have a voice, and you're using it to help build other people. Like, can you build yourself with it? And I tried last, I think it was 2 years ago, I wanted to give it a try. I did a party during the Taste of Tacoma weekend. I always wondered why nobody ever does anything big Taste of Tacoma weekend. And I did a party that weekend, and it was at a smaller venue. It was at New World. Shout out to New World. Man, he put me on, man. But it holds about 250 people, I think. And I think we ended up with like 300 in there that night, and there was 150 people outside that didn't even leave. I checked my Instagram, and somebody hashtagged my name, and there was people outside listening to music, dancing in the parking lot. And I was just like, wow, dude, like that's crazy. You know what I mean? But I realized that if you have the ability to bring that many people together with enjoyment, for enjoyment purposes, and you can make a couple dollars doing it, let's go. You know what I mean? So that kind of jump started my that transition into the promotion field. What I'm trying to figure out next got to be a passion. As of right now, something that really dominates a lot of my thoughts and time is just the inequalities that we receive in this world, and just like the brainwashing that comes along with it, and how people wake people up. So that's kind of where my mind is now. Very much, almost every night when I'm done with my work stuff, I'm on my laptop researching that type of stuff. So, and I don't know if it's a passion. I don't know if it's just a phase, but maybe somewhere down the line there's going to be somewhere for me to take a big stride and a big step into that arena. So that's where that's where, like I say, a lot of my thoughts are dominated.
We're getting older, we start realizing more and more as we grow, man, everything is to control us, to control our minds, to pledge allegiance to the flag. You know what I'm saying? We could go on and on about like how churches control us, how different governments and different things like that. Schooling is just to control our mind, and they want to bottle us up and really constrict us to really
what they want us to do,
to really fulfill our whole potential, like you were saying earlier. So man, I'm on that same level as you about the controlling, and I feel like that really needs to get brought to light, because your mind is your most powerful asset. It's your most powerful muscle. It's your most powerful everything. So if you're not educating or exercising that brain, you're really just dying a slow death.
There's so much more to life if you open up your mind.
Exactly.
And they don't want you to live that life. Because they want to live that life and keep us, the ones that are paying for them to live that life.
Yeah.
But when you realize that you can live this great life and do so many different things, you got to just open your mind and step outside the box and do different things and do what you're doing right now. This is outside the box.
Outside.
No one's doing this.
Yeah.
And it's all for progress. It's all to get better. It's all to help, inspire, motivate. And that's not what they want. They want you to be that much inspired. They want you to be that inspired to go get a job at one of their 6 corporations. There's only like 6 corporations: Kellogg's, Johnson & Johnson, Heinz. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They
exactly.
control. They own all
everything.
You know what I mean?
You know?
To pick up an application to go work at Best Buy. That's as far as they want
That's
you to
what
go.
they.
When you was a kid, you aspired to be rich, famous, whatever.
Yeah.
I be wondering, like, at what point do people stop aspiring for that? Why are you not still reaching for what you were as a child? Life got to you, and the system got to you.
The system.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to make sure that people know that, like, man, you can do whatever you really want with this, but you got to open it up. You're right here, and you got to feel good about yourself. Those are the 2 main things that you need to have to really go for the moon. You got to live your life, and you don't get in a competition with other people, because you got to compete with yourself. That's the only person you should be competing with. You should be trying to get better than who you were yesterday. I don't want to be better than him. I don't want to be better than her. I just want to be better than I was yesterday.
Exactly.
And what's sad is sometimes somebody may take that as he think he's better than me, but that's not what's in my mind. I'm trying to get better at who I am. You know what I mean? Unnecessary competition is sad, man, and it's real prevalent in our community. You know what I mean?
It definitely is, and this is just the outlet to dead all of that, honestly, to support everything that we have going as Tacoma, because we really feel like it's a hub of talented people, individuals in their own right, and we want to bring that to light, and we just want to bring everybody together. Everybody that does an episode with us, I want everyone to share the other episodes that we have. You know what I'm saying? Not just yours, but I want, boom, if we do an episode here with another person like Rip or Leezy or somebody like that, I want everybody to come together so we can all better ourselves, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't do anything alone in this world, especially it's being black. We can't do anything alone. So if anybody has a mindset where I think it's like mine, I'm teaming, I'm connecting with you. I just want to thank you, DJ, for coming on and being a part of this. Where we at? What's the address?
1306 South 56th Street. We got the barbershop right next door. We got the salon. We got 6 stylists. Any of you ladies need your hair done, looking for a new stylist, holla at your boy. I might poke you on Facebook first, but then I'm gonna
Function 2. You, like we was just saying, shout out DJ Kareem Supreme.
Man, legend in the town, man.
Legend.
Shout out my guy, DJ Kareem Supreme, man. He knew the definition of the R&B alley-oop.
Creating conversation.